Amidst economic disruption, healthcare leadership teams are setting high expectations for AI adoption, pushing mandates deep into commercial and field teams. McKinsey reports organizations using generative AI climbed from 33 to 79% in 2 years. However, execution struggles. Gartner predicts 70% of these projects will be abandoned after the proof of concept phase by 2025. User-level adoption friction is the leading constraint on these initiatives. This top-down mandate creates an operational disconnect when C-suite expectations meet the highly regulated, streamlined systems that field teams use every day. Raw adoption statistics only measure access. Without operational utility, a tool remains a checkbox activity rather than a driver of business health. In modern pharmaceutical companies, the vast majority of AI investment remains deeply anchored in early discovery, clinical trials, and complex manufacturing processes. Because of this concentration in R&D, commercial field teams have largely been left out of the AI innovation cycle. Executives often assume that integrating AI into the sales force is a standard software deployment, a technical task for the IT department. The failure to scale these tools is a behavioral problem. It requires a change in how professionals operate within their specific environments. Field teams inhabit a unique ecosystem. Their data access, messaging, and CRM use are tightly controlled to maintain compliance and shield from legal risk. Attempting to solve a behavioral bottleneck with a purely technical IT solution ensures the tool will sit idle. Standard office workers use open, interconnected productivity suites like Microsoft Word or Teams to optimize their day. A pharmaceutical field representative operates in a much more restricted environment. Their workflow is a narrow corridor defined by 3 walls: highly regulated messaging, strict compliance guidelines, and rigid CRM protocols. Generic AI tools cannot function here. An unguided model risks violating off-label rules or data privacy by pulling information from outside approved walls. This happens while the window of opportunity is shrinking. Face time with customers is decreasing, while payer decision-making grows more complex. Providing a generic tool in this environment adds administrative burden, as the user must manually cross-reference every AI output for compliance. For AI to succeed, it must be an invisible agent embedded directly inside existing, approved workflows. Integration requires mapping AI tasks to these 4 specialized roles within the commercial team. For sales representatives, AI synthesizes account history and prescribing patterns into structured pre-call plans. This provides compliant, curated talking points matching the provider's needs. Account managers use AI to integrate data sources, identifying high-value opportunities and modeling risk scenarios. Reimbursement managers navigate complexity by using AI to align engagements with evolving payer timelines. It allows them to tailor value narratives based on specific payer priorities and constraints. Nurse educators use these tools to adapt educational materials for literacy levels and cultural context, improving patient adherence. AI integration succeeds when it supports a repeatable daily task, moving the technology from a checkbox mandate to a functional necessity. Governance and trust remain the primary obstacles for executives looking to implement these custom solutions. The first pillar of enablement is building guardrails. The AI agent must be trained strictly on approved promotional content and compliance guidelines. Embedding these guardrails directly into the tool addresses the governance challenges cited by half of all executives. The second pillar is accountability. Field leaders must track usage metrics tied to specific activities, such as account prioritization, rather than just login rates. The third pillar is demonstrating outcomes. Teams respond to evidence, requiring internal case studies and before and after comparisons. Data from MIT shows that generative AI can improve performance by up to 40% in highly skilled tasks. Tying these outcomes to financial incentives and recognition transforms the tool into a rigorous operational standard. Establishing these workflows requires a shift in human behavior within defined constraints. Learning and development is the only function operating at the intersection of strategy and execution. It acts as the central processing junction for this transformation. L&D translates broad corporate strategy into the specific behaviors required for each role. These capabilities are embedded directly into the daily workflow, rather than being treated as isolated training events. This adoption is then reinforced through continuous measurement and coaching. Bypassing L&D to leave deployment solely to the IT department ensures that the behavioral bottleneck remains. Leaders should expect initial friction. Adoption takes time and repetition. Habit formation follows a specific curve. It requires consistent repetition over time before a new behavior becomes automatic. To navigate the initial dip, leaders must anchor their coaching to repeatable tasks, like scheduling and content preparation. The resulting gains in productivity, consistency, and engagement quality will compound over time, directly impacting the bottom line. AI is already present in pharma. The next phase is its integration into daily commercial execution. Moving from mandate to measurable impact requires architecting AI as a systematically built organizational capability.